Hello, we back with another video of Matthew. We're in chapter 13. Um, for this chapter, I actually won't be explaining a lot and simply will be leading because the parables that Jesus say in this chapter, he actually goes on to explain it himself, and he explains it in such a wonderful way that I don't even need to say anything. So I'm going to be exactly what Jesus said and what is in the Bible. Anyways, the parable of the soil. The same day Jesus went out of the house and sat by the lake. Such large crowds gathered around him that he got into a boat and sat in it, while all the people stood on shore. Then he told them many things in the parables, saying, A farmer went out to sow his seeds. As he was scattering the seed, some fell along the path, and the birds came and ate it up. Some fell on rocky places where it did not have much soil. It sprang up quickly because the soil was shallow. When the sun came up, the plants were scorched, and they withered because they had no root. Other seed fell among thorns, which grew up and choked the plants. Still other seed fell on good soil, where it produced a crop, 160 or 30 times what was sown. Whoever has ears, let them hear. The disciples came to him and asked, Why do you speak to the people in parables? He replied, Because the knowledge of the secrets of the kingdom of heaven has been given to you, but not to them. Whoever has will be given more, and they will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what they have will be taken from them. This is why I speak to them in parables. Through seeing, they do not see. Through hearing, they do not hear or understand. In them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah. You will be ever hearing but never understanding. You will be ever seeing but never perceiving. For this people's heart has become calloused. They hardly hear with their ears, and they have closed their eyes. Otherwise, they might see with their eyes, hear with their ears, and understand with their hearts. In turn, I will hear them. But blessed are your eyes because they see, and your ears because they hear. For truly I tell you, many prophets and righteous people long to see what you see, but did not see it, and to hear what you hear, but did not hear it. Listen then to what the parable of the sower means. When anyone hears a message about the kingdom and does not understand it, the evil one comes and snatches away what was sown in their hearts. This is the seed sown along the path. The seed falling on rocky ground refers to someone who hears the word and once receives it with joy. But since they have no root, they only last a short time. When trouble or persecution comes because of the word, they quickly fall away. The seed falling among the thorns refers to someone who hears the word, but worries of this life and the deceitfulness of wealth choke the word, make it unfruitful. But the seed falling on good soil refers to someone who hears the word and understands it. This is the one who produces a crop yielding 160 or 30 times what was sown. And then he makes another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a man who sowed good seed in his field. While everyone was sleeping, his enemy came and sowed weeds among the wheat and went away. When the wheat sprouted and formed heads, then the weeds also appeared. The owner's servants came to him and said, Sir, did you sow good seed in your field? Where then did the weeds come from? An enemy did this, he replied. The servants asked him, Do you want us to go and pull them up? No, he answered, because while you are pulling the weeds, you may uproot them. You may uproot them, the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest. At that time, I will tell the harvesters, First collect the weeds and tie them in bundles to be burned. Then gather the wheat and bring it to my barn. This is going to be explained later. Just keep that in mind. Then he says another parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed which a man took and planted in his field. Though it is the smallest of all seeds, yet when it grows, it is the largest of garden plants and becomes a tree, so that the birds may come and perch on its branches. These two parables are actually the parables that easily explained, but they're so simple that I don't have to explain much. The mustard seed parable, it's saying the kingdom of heaven is small. But when it grows, it becomes greater than all the plants in the garden. It becomes a tree. And the next parable, the kingdom of heaven is like yeast that a woman took and mixed into about 60 pounds of flour until it worked all through the dough. Basically, I'm pretty what this verse, what this parable is saying is the kingdom of heaven is something when it's mixed with flour, which I'm assuming flour equals the good wheat, obviously, and mixed it up until it worked through the dough. This is something I don't understand, entirely understand. I'm getting there though. I think I got there. I'm gonna search it up still, cause it's my job to understand. It's our job to understand the Bible. Anyways, Jesus spoke all these things to the crowd in parables. He did not say anything to them without using a parable. So was fulfilled what was spoken through the prophet. I will open my mouth in parables. I will utter things hidden since the creation of the world. And this is where he explained the parable of the weeds. Then he left the crowd and went into the house. His disciples came to him and said, "Explain to us the parable of the weeds in the field." He answered, "The one who sowed the good seed is the Son of Man. The field is the world, and the good seed stands for the people of the kingdom. The weeds are the people of the evil one, and the enemy who sows them is the devil. The harvest is the end of the age, and the harvesters are angels. As the weeds are pulled up and burned in fire, so it will be at the end of age. The Son of Man will send out his angels, and they will read out his kingdom, everything that causes sin and all who do evil. Then they will throw them into the blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. The righteous will shine like the sun in the kingdom of their Father. Whoever has ears, let them hear. The parables of the hidden treasure in the poem. The kingdom of heaven is like a treasure hidden in the field. When a man found it, he hid it again, and in his joy went and sold all he had and bought that field. Again, the kingdom of heaven is like a merchant looking for fine pearls. When he found one of great value, he went away and sold everything he had and bought it. Basically, this is saying the kingdom of heaven is so great when someone find it that they will just throw away everything they have just to have the kingdom of heaven. It's that great. Parable of the net. Once again, the kingdom of heaven is like a net that was let down into the lake and caught all kinds of fish. When it was full, the fisherman pulled it up on the shore. Then they sat down and collected the good fish in baskets, but threw the bad away. This is how it will be at the end of the age. The angels will come and separate the wicked from the righteous and throw them into the blazing furnace, where there will be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Have you understand all these things? Jesus asked. Yes, they replied. He said to them, "Therefore, every teacher of the law who has become a disciple in the kingdom of heaven is like the owner of a house who brings out of his storeroom new treasures as well as old." And last part, prophet without honor. When Jesus had finished these parables, he moved on from there. Coming to his hometown, he began teaching the people in the synagogue, and they were amazed. "Where did this man get this wisdom and these miraculous powers?" they asked. "Isn't this the carpenter's son? Is it his mother's name Mary, and aren't his brothers James, Joseph, Simon, and Judas? Aren't all his sisters with us? Where then did this man get all these things?" And they took offense at him. But Jesus said to them, "A prophet is not without honor except in his town, in his own home." He did not do many miracles there because of their lack of faith. Basically, what happened here is that the when you experience great things, the places that you used to hold up, basically Jesus' family here was or from his familiar home places, they will undervalue his wisdom and knowledge, and basically that caused did not do many miracles because of the lack of faith in his wisdom and knowledge. A prophet is not without honor except in his own town and in his own home. A prophet has a prophet. He's basically saying a prophet has honor, but except in his own town and his own home because of that sense of humility that undervalues his wisdom or the prophet's wisdom. And that's basically Matthew 13. Like I said, Jesus explained pretty well, and it's pretty simple to understand. Anyways, hope you have a good day.